What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Brian Noonan here. I've decided to jump on and make a video today covering something that you're probably going to be facing if you are a brand new Amazon FBA seller or you're out there trying to create a new product listing. A lot of my students and a lot of Amazon sellers are getting this error message saying Amazon must approve your brand before you can create a product listing. So in today's video, I'm going to break down what Amazon is requiring and what you will need to be able to go ahead and create that product listing, to set up your product listing for the first time. Do we have to have brand registry or a trademark? I will answer that question as well. Welcome to the channel if you're new. My name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller and mentor right here on this channel. My job is to help educate and teach as many people as possible how to sell online and make money on Amazon. I went from a drug addict to abundance. Right here on this channel, I release 1 to 2 new videos every single week covering everything Amazon FBA related. I also do one-on-one mentorship call giveaways, 2 30-minute calls per video. All you have to do to be able to be entered to win one of those calls is like the video, be subscribed to the channel or subscribe, and drop me a comment down below. I choose 2 lucky winners on every video. Without any other delays, let's jump in today's video and go over Amazon brand registry, creating new product listings, and what you need to look out for. Coming up. All right, guys, error code 5665. This will only apply, I want to start off by saying this usually will only apply for new Amazon sellers who recently opened up a new selling account and for those of you creating new product listings. There's one change that's different from probably what you've been taught or what you're learning on Amazon, on selling on Amazon from other YouTube videos. The change is this: Amazon is now restricting new listings, and you must prove that you own the brand name or the rights to sell that product. When it's time to create your product listing, hopefully you have received a custom sample unit with your brand name or logo on your product from your supplier. So you've done product research, you've analyzed the niche or the market, you've checked profit margins, rough estimates, you've reached out to suppliers and got quotes and DDP shipping costs. And then it's time to order a custom sample with doing your improvements and your upgrades on your product. And now I would highly recommend that you also get your logo or brand name put onto your product, put onto the product's packaging, and then that sample sent to your home before you go into production. Now the reason is Amazon is now requiring new sellers for new listings prove that you own the brand name or that it's in fact your branded product to be able to sell that product. Why is this a good thing? One of the biggest issues going back over the past few years with a lot of Amazon sellers is how easily our listings, our products can be hijacked. What does hijacking mean? We go through all the work of setting up the listing, finding the product, getting it manufactured, sending it into Amazon's warehouse, launching the product, marketing and advertising the product for sale, and a hijacker will just come on top of your listing and start to undercut you and steal sales from you. It would be like if you went through all the work of setting up a brick and mortar business and you have a store and you have customers coming in and out of your store buying things from you. A hijacker would be somebody that sits out front of your store, steals customers from you, sits right out front of your store, and instead of customers going in your store door, they buy products from the person right out front of your store. So that is essentially kind of basically what a hijacker is they steal sales from you, they list a fake product or a very similar generic product to yours on your listing. Amazon knows about this, and here is what they were cracking down on how to fix this issue. When it's time to create your new product listing, you have to submit photos of your product, your logo, and your packaging to Amazon to be able to create the new product listing. Let me start out by saying that you do not need a trademark, brand registry, an LLC, a business license, a tax ID. You don't need any of that to get started selling on Amazon. None of the LLC or trademark or brand registry is required. Initially, of course, you will want to get brand registry using the Amazon IP Accelerator program. But basically all that Amazon is making you do right now for new listings is submit photos of your product with your brand name or logo on the product, your logo or brand name on the packaging, and a domain name or a website that you have set up. So let's talk about each one of those and what works and what doesn't. So error code 5665, some of you may have already seen this. This is when you're going in and creating a brand new product listing, a private label FBA product. You're creating a listing, and in the brand name box and manufacturer box, you're putting your brand name. I'll be using an example like Homestead LLC or Homestead Products. When you create a new product listing, you would put Homestead Products in the brand name. Now, Amazon is most of the time coming back and saying, error code, Amazon must approve your brand. All that this means is you have to go to the top right to help adding a product. Email us, subject line 5665. Email us the problem. Need approval listing a new product under my brand name, Homestead LLC or Homestead Products. And then email us, add attachments, and you will want to take photos, take pictures of your sample that you got from your supplier, or have your supplier send you photos of your product, real photos of your product with the logo, your packaging with the logo, and you'll attach those pictures to your help ticket, and you'll email that to Seller Central. And then usually within 24 to 48 hours, Amazon will then approve and push through that new product listing. So this is awesome news. This is just an extra step. It'll only take an extra 48 hours, so it's not a huge deal, but what it prevents is hijackers in the future coming on top of your listing and stealing sales from you. An old trick and kind of a tactic that used to work is by putting NA or N/A or generic or black sheep in the brand name box. Please do not do this. This will cause you problems and issues down the road. It's really hard to get that changed. So this is really important when you classify your product and you create a new product listing. You just have to submit photos of your product with the logo, product with packaging with your logo, and then also we'll talk here in a minute about domain or URL or a website that you can also submit to prove to Amazon that you came up with this brand name. You have reached out to suppliers and told them to put this brand name on your products and packaging, and this will prevent hijackers from coming in and try to sell your product, okay? You can also do help, contact me, call me, and a representative from seller support will call you. So that's another option. Or you can do the method I just explained, top right help, email us, help adding a product, subject line, error code 5665, a little text saying trying to create a new listing, add attachments, upload some photos of your product with your logo on it, your product packaging with your logo or brand name, and then your domain name or URL. You can use a photo of your product with logo, the custom sample you got from your supplier. You can send them your logo, your brand logo you had designed off Fiverr, your packaging with logo on it, your website or URL. Have you bought a domain name for your brand? I always recommend launching products first on Amazon and then worrying about setting up a URL or your own website or Shopify store later on. But let me just cover that real quickly. Shopify will give you a 14-day free trial. You should just go ahead and buy the domain name of your brand name. Make sure whatever brand name you choose is not already taken by going to trademarkia.com. You'll want to do a search on Trademarkia just to make sure that your brand name is not already taken. So if I wanted to use Homestead Products, I would go to trademarkia.com. I would type in that brand name I want to use, and you do not want to see over here live mark. So you can see dead mark. This so far is telling me that there is no trademark on this brand name. So this would be available to register. Now, I don't recommend filing a trademark through a third-party attorney or going through Trademarkia or filing the brand name yourself through uspto.gov. I only recommend the Amazon IP Accelerator program, but it's $800 to $1,200, and that's a large investment. And so I recommend doing that after you launch your product, but brand the product from the beginning. But after you launch the product and start making some sales and profits, then you can go ahead and apply for the Amazon IP Accelerator program and get access to brand registry in as little as 2 weeks. Shopify will give you a free 14-day trial. It'll only take like 30 to 45 minutes for you to set up just a quick storefront or a mini little website that has your brand name logo at the top. It has a picture of your product. This is one item along with your product picture with logo and packaging with logo. This is also another piece of evidence that you can use to send to Amazon when you're creating that new listing to prove that in fact you own the brand. A Facebook business page. A Facebook business page is free. You just go on Facebook, type in your brand name you want to use, make sure it's not already taken, and set up a Facebook business page. This is another free resource you can use to prove to Amazon that in fact you own this brand. Hope you guys are enjoying today's video. Just real quick, wanted to ask to make sure, if you haven't already, to be entered to win a one-on-one mentorship call giveaway. So if you're not subscribed already, I would love it if you take a minute to give me a thumbs up on the video, to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Drop me a comment if you want to be entered to win one of those mentorship calls. And I love seeing new subscribers come in. I can see each and every one of you who take a minute to subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. Do if you already created the listing with NA or generic. What I recommend doing is contact seller support. Ask them that you're having trouble editing your brand name. You accidentally put NA or generic in the brand name box and you want to change it. If that does not work and you have not created your shipping plan yet, or started to sell yet, or sent your FNSKU barcode to your supplier and they've started labeling a product, I would actually recommend you buy a new UPC barcode, which I'll talk about barcodes here in a minute, but create a new listing and get your brand name box approved, or your brand name approved, for you to be able to put your brand name in that brand name box. I'm very active in my Facebook group, the Amazon FBA Gladiators group, also Helium 10, that's the product research Amazon seller software tool that I recommend the most. So I posted this yesterday with this big change that I'm sharing with you, and I just wanted to show you I had 150 comments and over 210 people who liked this. And so make sure to follow me in my Amazon Facebook group, the Amazon FBA Gladiators group, and you're welcome to send me any questions you have. But let me go and answer some of the questions that I got after I posted this over and over. So one of the main questions was, can't a hijacker still list your product? And it's a good question, but hijackers shouldn't have all three. They shouldn't have your physical product with your logo on it. They shouldn't have your product's packaging with logo on it, your brand logo, your website URL or domain name, and they shouldn't have your Facebook business page. Make sure nobody else is already using the brand name you're going to be putting on your product, but a hijacker shouldn't have access to all three of those things. How does this really prevent hijackers? Before, hijackers couldn't even list the product for sale on your listing. How does this really prevent hijackers? Before a hijacker could even list the product for sale on your listing, they would have to prove to Amazon that they have the rights and they own that brand. So this will apply to only new sellers, new products, new listings going forward, not already sellers who are grandfathered in, who already have brand registry, or for sellers already in the Amazon marketplace. The best way to protect yourself in the very beginning, before you get brand registry, to prevent yourself from hijackers, is to, of course, put your brand, if you can, on the product packaging, on your insert card. And also put 1-year warranty as your last bullet point. A 1-year warranty on your product listing as the last bullet point. If you ever get a hijacker, you can contact Amazon seller support and tell them that you offer a 1-year warranty and the hijacker does not. Usually this will work as a small hack, and Amazon will honor that. Also, if you don't have your product with logo, let's say you've already ordered a custom sample, but it didn't have your logo on it. Here's what you can do. You can actually hire somebody on Fiverr.com to graphically insert or Photoshop your logo onto the product for now. This will usually work. Some products we just can't get the logo on the product, like a glass product. It's hard to put the logo on the bottom or the side. If this is the case, I would recommend buying the domain name from Namecheap or GoDaddy or through Shopify, buying the domain name of your brand, creating a quick Shopify store. Shopify store will only take a few minutes to set up, and you can just put pictures of your logo, pictures of your product in here, and this is usually enough to prove to Amazon that you own that brand name. But you can hire somebody on Fiverr to just Photoshop your brand name onto the product for now, and then onto the packaging, and this should work along with your domain name that you get. and of course a Facebook business page. Can I still do a small test order of a generic product without my brand name? Yes, you can. You should be fine doing a small test order. However, the real big money on Amazon is thinking long-term and building brands. Okay, I've scaled multiple brands to 6 figures per year in profits, and I can tell you that Amazon is really favoring those of us who are solving problems, creating a high-quality product, and creating brands that customers love. I'm in the process right now. I literally went through that today. I text seller support. They were very active and responded, but they kept asking for more and more proof. It's not a generic response, but I honestly thought that the first email, the picture of the product with the logo, the packaging would be enough, the F and SKU. Eventually this person who commented this did get approved. So like I said, it may take 48 hours or so to get approved, but hang in there. Keep sending as much proof as you can. And you should get approved within 48 hours to go ahead and list the product under your brand name. What types of barcodes do I need? Do you really need a GS1 barcode? The safest place to get a barcode is GS1's website, but you can also use a website called Nationwide Barcode to get your UPC/GTIN. The UPC or the GTIN is for the United States and Canada. It stands for a Global Trade Item Number. The GTIN just has a couple extra zeros, but the UPC barcode that you buy from GS1 or from Nationwide Barcode, this UPC number is just to create the listing in Amazon's platform or Amazon's website. Then the F and SKU is what will go on the product, and the F and SKU stands for Fulfillment Network Self-Keeping Unit. That is the barcode you will send to the supplier to label on each product. EAN is another type of barcode out there. That's for Europe and Mexico. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions regarding the brand registry process, the IP program, creating a logo, getting your supplier to customize your product, or selling generic China products, make sure to drop those comments down below, those questions. I'll be answering all of those personally. Also join the Amazon FBA Gladiators Facebook group. I'm in there answering questions. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me watching the video. I'll see you on the next one.